We did that.
Social work, getting done that way.
Hi, Gail. Well, good evening, and thank you for being here tonight at our final day concert. This has been pretty amazing to be in front of you, and we have grown a lot over the years. Fifth grade band meets once a week, usually, unless there's a field trip, or an office visit, or a delay, or an early hour. So, you know, like every other Friday, so it seems like. This band has been rehearsing since October. We've grown a lot along the way. Our first concert, we played a bunch of unison songs. We were going to do one of those to start off the concert. This one is called Sweetly Sings the Donkey. It's a traditional American song. We know donkeys actually sound awful when they make the breaks. This is gross. But we're going to play for you once in unison, and then we're going to do a new form of music that we learned called Around. If you're familiar with Around, you kind of know how it goes. Like imagine long road trips before everybody got a DVD player or a tablet or something. And you like count telephone poles going out the window. You'd also sing songs like row, row, row your boat, and then everybody in the car would sing row your boat at a different time. That's Around. And so we're going to play that for you to start off today. Here is Sweetly Sings the Donkey.
what you're more familiar with when you think of band music. You're going to hear a bunch of different parts all playing at the same time. This first piece is called Majestic March. One thing I hope you'll see is how the professionalism and maturity grows so that they're able to like not talk to each other nonstop and between songs and be like, did you play a wrong note? I think I played a wrong note. Yeah, we know. You all played wrong notes at the beginning, right? Ooh. Hey, but you can hear a little bit longer song, the melody is passed around. There's a bunch of different parts happening all together. That's one of the challenging things is like somebody's like playing a whole note or listening to somebody else play like quarter notes. It's tricky to kind of hold it together. Well, we are already ready to hand off our portion of the concert to the 6th grade. Our next piece, I know that you'll enjoy. It is called Power Rock. It features 2 songs from Queen, and one interesting thing, some of these kids know Queen music so well. Parents, that's like classic rock. Like, what is this, 1980s music? It's like almost, I'm sorry to say this, almost 50 years ago. And you have done a great job in instilling in them some of the great music of American history. There are some kids who are like, in a lesson, they're like, I can name every Queen song. And I was like, that. And so I took out my Spotify, my phone, and played it. Sure enough, it was like, oh, this song, this song, this song. I'm so proud of you parents for the music education you're getting to these kids. But speaking of music education, hopefully, parents, this is just the beginning of the journey for your kids. You can learn a ton from being in band, and as you see tonight, the longer you stick around, the better the groups get. And I promise, it's not because the older kids practice more. This is definitely not that. Okay? It is definitely not that. It's just sticking with it for a long time. You can look in the back of your program. There's a QR code that you can scan, and it will show you some of the many benefits of being in music. But the longer and longer we research this, the more research that comes out that says it is best, is one of the best things you can do to help develop the entire brain, to help develop the whole child. It's one of the only things that requires you to be physically active, mentally active, emotionally aware, all at the same time. It activates every part of your brain in ways that no other activity can. So I hope that you keep encouraging your child to do this. If this is it for your child's music career, I'm sorry, you're making a terrible mistake. But it's true, that's what I do laugh. I was like, I do think it's a terrible mistake, but also I understand it. Some people are like, hey, tried it, didn't like it, on to the next thing. We'll always take them back. But it is a wonderful, wonderful thing. I've really got to enjoy getting to know these students. We're going to play this. I hope that you enjoy it. Hope you can recognize it. Two of Queen songs in Power Rock.
Yeah, so my sister choir, senior choir, and then next choir. And sixth grade I wouldn't even know. Yeah, sure. We call it. Yes. 7, 8 I tried to do in case we don't know. Like my goal is just sing. So you get your fear with some except like every once in a while graduation fees or but even then I do because there is a lot. I think so. Yes, What's actually really sure this is the same. So, the high school.
Hello, everybody. We are now going to begin the 6th grade portion of our concert tonight, as you can probably tell. These 6th graders have been working super, super hard on all of this music, and they're super excited to share with you, as am I. We've been working really hard together, so I'm really excited. The first song you're going to hear is probably the hardest song that they've ever played in their lives on their instruments. They were not very happy with me when I handed this out. They were all like, Miss Tabza, you're crazy and you've lost your mind. We will never be playing this and we suck. Which was the case for a little bit of time, but they worked really, really hard, and it has now been one of their favorites to rehearse, and they have made so much progress on this song. This song is a really tricky one. It has what we call chromatic scale in it, which has a lot of flats and sharps, which has been really hard for them to learn, but a lot of them have done it and made so much progress while they were doing it. So, the first speaker that's going to introduce our song tonight is going to be Brooklyn Spence. Come up here and introduce.
Our first piece tonight is Torito Tango. This fiery and energetic piece is inspired by the excitement and drama of a Spanish bullfight. Throughout the music, you will hear bold rhythms and strong harmonies that help bring the passion and intensity of the arena to life. We especially enjoyed playing the dramatic style and Spanish-inspired rhythms in this piece. Listen for the exciting contrast and powerful moments throughout the performance. We hope you enjoy Torito Tango.
All right, so hopefully you kind of felt the Spanish elements in that song. The next song that we're going to be playing is a march, which is a very, very classic form of band literature, something that happens and has been happening for, I don't know, the dawn of band groups. So that'll be really fun. Something else I wanted to point out to you all, if you have been at the prior concerts, you might see some new instruments in here today. So one of them is bass clarinet, that is being played by our friend Emerson here. That's a new one that she picked up this semester. And in the back there, the really tall looking stick is the bassoon. So that's another kind of fun instrument that a lot of times towards the end of 6th grade, we start to shift some people into new instruments, and they have taken on the challenge really well, as well as we have our very own Joanna, if you can see her, playing piano. Piano's not a very common band instrument, but every once in a while you'll get a song that has it, so you will hear that in this song. So, without further ado, we will have Haley Bushbaum introduce this one.
styled music technically written to keep people moving together in step, often heard in parades, ceremonies, and military bands. Marches usually have a strong, steady beat, energetic rhythms, and a bold, exciting sound. This upbeat and energetic march has been one of our favorite pieces to rehearse this year. We hope you enjoy our performance of Honor March.
I meant to say this before the last song. We had 2 trumpet players, if you want to stand up, that had a mini solo duet in the last song. If you want to give them a quick round of applause. That was Cody Moore and Abby Moore. All right, so that's a fun one. They had a really, really fun time rehearsing that. Just really energetic, as you can tell. So we had a really fun time with that. Before we move on to our next song, I have a couple very quick, important thank yous and shout outs to give to a couple people in this group. So this year, we hosted a small solo and ensemble contest for middle schoolers. It was completely optional, but a lot of students decided to do it. And basically what that meant is that they spent time out of class, so either in a study hall or SLC, coming down and working on a solo or a small group. And everybody in our band did such a fantastic job. Everybody got the top ratings of either excellent or superior, which was incredible. So I just wanted to list those people. When I say your name, you can stand up and then stay standing. If you could wait to applause at the end, it'll just make everything go quicker. So we have Anna Bacon and Eliana Ennis, who played a duet on French horn. We had Paige Correll, Maria Yauch, Kylie Cloverdance in a trio. We had Mila Matthias, Kinley Kleinexel, Emery Neiman, Tenley and Cadence Castley in a quintet. We had Joanna Pavlik, Bailey Schwacke in a snare duet. Then we had Gracie Gallagher, Bailey Schwacke, Joanna Pavlik, Brooklyn Spence, and Emerson Bierstead in a percussion ensemble. Then we also had some solos, which were Eliana Ennis, Neil Matthias, and Haley Bushbaum, who all did solos. So we give a big round of applause to all of these solos who did so hard. And I'm so sorry, and oh wait, I'm missing this one. Oh, there we are. Amelia Matthias, Haley Matthias, and Kinsley Phelps. I'm so sorry. On my list, I totally skipped it. So yeah, they all did a fantastic job working on their own accord, which was fantastic. So, I guess we'll go into our next song, which will be introduced by Jace Brown.
Our next piece is We Don't Talk About Bruno from Disney's Encanto. This has been a really fun piece for us to learn because many of us already knew the song and enjoyed getting to play it ourselves. Even though it sounds familiar, it definitely came with some challenging rhythms like off beats and syncopation. We hope you enjoy hearing the recognizable themes and melodies in our performance of We Don't Talk About Bruno.
All right, so we are nearing the end of our sixth grade portion of the concert, which is really sad. But before we end off, I'm sure you all are going to hear a lot of thank yous, especially if you are staying all 5 through 12, so I'm really sorry if I'm going to be redundant. But I just want to really quickly thank a lot of important people. So first off, we have our lovely administration here at Denver. That's Brad Lawrence, Taylor Edison, and Paul Gable. They are incredible people to work with, and they have made my first year here absolutely incredible. I could not be more happy to be teaching here at Denver, and a lot of that is because of them. So, big round of applause for them. They're usually here. Also, custodians here who help pick up after all of these crazy kids, and the band room is not a small task. So they do a great job doing that. My coworkers, Mr. Dan Cooper and Mr. Tim Baird, are also incredible people to work with. They're another reason why this first year ever has just been phenomenal. So they're always helping us out, either helping with lights or warming up the 7th and 8th grade right now Mr. Cooper is doing. So they're incredible as well. Thank you to all of you for being here and supporting your student in music. If you look at the back of your program, you will see a QR code that is why band is important. So I'm sure all of you know that because you were here tonight, but thank you for doing this. It means so much to these kids and to all of us. So thank you for being here. And lastly, to the kids, round of applause to them. They're doing phenomenal. They are, of course, why I love my job, and I get to work with these incredible kids every single day, and we have so many fun times, and I genuinely get so excited to teach them. So thank you all for being you and being incredible. So before we quickly wrap up our last tune, we did make a story like we did for another song, so you will hear that very quickly. I'm going to read it fast, I know we're going long. So, the story for this song goes as follows. This was a Mad Lib that we created as a class, which a lot of them didn't know what Mad Libs were until the last one, so that was fun. So anyways, it goes as follows. On a fiery night in a purple kingdom called Aldovia, something strange began to happen. And suddenly, boom, boom, a giant and very hard Old Navy store appeared out of nowhere in the middle of town square. Its doors creaked open and let out a loud trombone blast. Just like that. And it echoed through the shadows. Then, more and more hot dogs began to march out of the store, moving in a giant and rather furry formation as they were part of one mysterious army. As quickly as it started, everything began quiet. And as the hot dogs all played dead. In the distance, a group of squirrels whispered softly from the trees. They moved in a squishy and strangely nuclear way, trying not to be seen by the marching hot dogs. And soon, the brave chicken nuggets arrived, growing louder and stronger as they prepared to defend Aldovia. But then, everything returned to the same evil, smoky pattern from before, like something dangerous was building again. Out of the darkness crept a creepy chupacabra, causing everyone to freeze in fear. And then, clap, clap, clap. The sound echoed through the kingdom as the frightened guavas tried desperately to moonwalk their way out of danger. Finally, with one loud last burst of energy, everything returned to the powerful and questionable Withram as the legendary Pablo Picasso made his final heroic move. And in the end, the hairy adventure was absolutely splendiferous, and no one would ever forget the legend of Shadowfire. So hopefully that puts you in the mood. I know that didn't make a lot of sense, but it did to us. So, Milo Mathias is going to be the one introducing this piece for real.
Our last piece is called Shadowfire. According to the composer, this music is meant to create images of knights, wizards, dragons, and castles. Inspired by movie and video game music, it tells the story of an epic battlefield filled with blazing fire, racing action, and dramatic moments. But as you heard, we made our own story. This has been one of our favorite pieces to play because of the fast-moving rhythms, exciting percussion parts, and strong dynamic contrast throughout the music. We hope you enjoy our performance of Shadowfire.
8th grade portion of the concert, if you can tell, as these are our 7th and 8th graders. That was a pretty quick transition because they have it down by now, I suppose. So anyways, you're going to hear a lot of fun songs from our 7th and 8th graders. And as I said about our 6th graders, they have been working incredibly hard on all of this music for a long time. And I'm just really, really proud of all of the work that they have put in. You'll hear a lot of different styles tonight from this group. I tried to kind of challenge them in a lot of our pieces that I chose to a bunch of different styles that are going to happen. And hopefully you can kind of hear the differences between them and how each one kind of has their own set of challenges. Our first song is hopefully pretty recognizable, but as we are getting some people in here, we're also going to have our 7th and 8th graders introduce our songs today. So our first person that's going to introduce is going to be Willow Downs.
Hi, good evening. We're the 7th and 8th grade band, and our first piece that we will be playing tonight is Pirates of the Caribbean. This arrangement features some of the classic melodies from the famous movie franchise and captures the excitement and adventure of life at sea. As you listen, we hope you can imagine Captain Jack Sparrow and his crew conquering the seas on another adventure. We hope you enjoy our performance of the Pirates of the Caribbean.
So that's a fun one that you hopefully recognize. They had a really fun time working on that. We've been working on that one for a little bit. So the tempo changes in that are really tricky. Well, they kind of have fast parts and slow parts. And so that was super, super fun to work on with them. Before we quickly play our next piece, it's a lyrical one. So there's a very, very big difference between this song and the next one. This one, it has kind of a backstory to it. It's kind of a sad backstory that actually Mr. Cooper, I lied to all of them, I told them that these were the lyrics from the composer, but Mr. Cooper came up with them last minute. But I do feel like they kind of represent the song very, very well. So, the lyrics that they got into after I told them they were written was, once upon a time, back when you were mine, oh, how could I know this be the last time? Walking in the sand, laughing hand in hand, chasing our dreams in the sun. Now the waves roll in as I walk alone, just the fading light, memories of you fading in the pastel sunset. Mr. Cooper wrote those. I know he's not in here, or he might be in here. Give him a round of applause. These are kind of great. Okay, so for real introducing this song, you're going to hear from Lauren Carmen. So she will come up here and introduce this one. You're also going to hear a couple solos in this one from our very own Ariella Phelps, and we're going to hear a duet from Lauren Carmen and Haley Philby.
Our next piece is called Pastel Sunset. This lyrical ballad is inspired by the beauty and emotion of a peaceful sunset. The music encourages listeners to reflect inward and appreciate meaningful moments in life. Throughout this piece, you will hear gentle melodies and warm harmonies that create a calm and expressive atmosphere. We hope you enjoy Pastel Sunsets.
Okay, so that was Past All Sunset. Hopefully you kind of heard some of those lyrics coming through, since he was the master writer of those. So, lyrical selections have a lot more hard parts than you would maybe think. A lot of times people think fast and loud is sometimes the hardest parts to play, but really it's the slow stuff where everybody is really exposed, and there's a lot of parts where it's just like one or two people playing or two different instrument groups, and that's actually what's really, really hard about band, is trying to line up and play soft. It's really, really hard to play soft when you're playing like a tuba or a big brass instrument, and so that's really what we were working on in that last song, and they did a really good job with that. Okay, so similarly to the 6th grade, if you were here when that concert took place, we also had a lot of 7th and 8th graders do the solo and ensemble contest that I was speaking about with the 6th grade. In case you weren't here for that, this year Denver hosted a middle school solo and ensemble competition that was totally optional, but a lot of students chose to participate. And basically what that meant was that they decided to do it, and they put in their own work outside of class, so either in like study hall or SLC, or sometimes even before or after school. These kids were here practicing for their solos and their duets and their ensembles, and it was just incredible to see. Everybody in this band also got a either excellent or superior rating, which is just incredible to see from all of them. They put in so much hard work, so I just wanted to give them all a shout out. When I say your name, please stand and then stay standing until the end. Similar to last time, please hold your applause to the end, just so it goes by a little bit faster. So, the 7th and 8th graders that participated in this competition were Lauren Carmen and Haley Thode in a duet, Eden Driscoll-Nichols and Katie Trust in a duet, Sam Cooper in a tuba solo, Noah Dittmer in an alto saxophone solo, Victoria Reuter in a solo, Lauren Carmen as well in a clarinet solo, and Haley Thode in a clarinet solo. And one person who's not here tonight is Lily Clayton, who was also part of this, and she played a flute solo. So big round of applause to all these kids that spent a ton of time. So that's something we're going to continue to do in the future. So if you're like, hey, why did my kid not do this? Encourage them. We'll do it again next year in the spring. This took place back in April, so we'll have plenty of time to work on things before then. Okay, so our next piece is going to be a very big segue. This is another piece that hopefully you will know. Also another really, really hard one that they spent a lot of time working on. This one is mysteriously hard. A lot of times if you think that a song you know would be easier to play, sometimes it is, but sometimes it's not, because if you don't have the melody, a lot of times you want to play the melody and you don't actually have it, and then it's really hard to kind of figure out what your part is supposed to be, and they all did a really, really great job doing that. So, the person who will be introducing this piece is Macy Reinhardt.
Our next piece is music from Aladdin, which takes songs from the classic Disney movie Aladdin. This arrangement includes several familiar songs from the movie, and we will be playing Arabian Nights and Friend Like Me. This piece has challenged us with difficult rhythms, notes, and quick style changes, and we have learned a lot from rehearsing this piece. We hope you recognize some of the famous melodies. Enjoy our performance of music from Aladdin.
probably hear the same thank yous again, but sorry. So I just wanted to again really quickly thank our administrators. Like I said before, they are fantastic and they have made this first year at Denver just incredible. And I could not be more blessed to work at such a phenomenal school district. So if we can give a round of applause for all of our lovely administrators. They deal with so much more than you know, and then you don't have to deal with it. So we very much appreciate that. We also really appreciate our custodial staff who do such a fantastic job taking care of the facilities here and cleaning after all of these crazy kids. And the band room's a big room, so they do a great job with that. I also wanted to thank Mr. Tim Baird and Mr. Dan Cooper. They are incredible coworkers. We just always have each other's backs, and I just already learned so much from them this year, so I just can't wait to continue to learn from them and see what they have to offer. They're always helping. Mr. Tim Baird is doing the lights back there, and Mr. Cooper wrote our lyrics for our song and warmed them up while I was doing the 6th grade. So we just always have each other's backs, and it's been an incredible year so far. And then again, thank you to all of you for supporting your kids in music. On the back of your program, you'll see 2 QR codes. One is for why to be in band. So if your kid's like, I don't know if I should do band, and they're on the fence, I encourage you to read that. There's just a lot of great reasons to be in band, and it's a lot of fun. So the other one is some summer practice ideas. If your kid's like, she didn't tell me what to practice. It's on the QR code, and they will also have that. So there's some options in there. Okay, and then thanks to the kids. They're incredible. They have been so phenomenal to work with. They are very crazy. We got 72 of them, but they have done a great job working with me and all of my energy this year, and it's just been so much fun, and I just really look forward to seeing them every single day, and I'm already kind of sad about not being able to see them every day in a few weeks, but they're incredible. Thank you for all the hard work. Let's give another round of applause for these kids that were so great. Our last song is Gunner Rydell.
Our final piece tonight is called Fire Dance. This dramatic and exciting overture is filled with the energy and power of raging fire. Throughout the piece, you will hear aggressive brass melodies, exciting percussion parts, and fast-moving rhythms that create an intense atmosphere. In contrast, the middle section becomes slower and more lyrical before building back into the powerful ending. We hope you enjoy Fire Dance.
Then we have a brief intermission as our high schoolers take the stage. One last round of applause and you're not
Well, hello, and thank you for sticking around. Also thanks to Mrs. Hamza, she stalled for me because I told the high school band that they didn't need to get here till 7:30. Because last time we did this concert, they didn't take the stage till like 7:50, so I was freaking out a little bit. I was like, oh my gosh, 7:8's gonna finish before we even have the band here. So it was great. Thanks for sticking around, or welcome if you're just joining us with the high school. I wanted to introduce this first piece. It's called Arrows, but you're gonna hear two distinct themes in it, and it's on purpose. The composer wrote this piece. It was a commission from a band that was celebrating one director who had been there for a really long time, and another new director who was doing really great things. And I couldn't help but notice the similarity between our own staff. I've been fortunate to be here for a long time. I mean, a really, really long time. And Ms. Hamza has been here just this her first year. So you're going to hear in this song kind of like an older traditional, like maybe fanfare, and also a newer modern theme. And then the composer tries to marry the two. In fact, he even plays this dumb joke where by marry the two, he plays the song Jesu, Joy of Man's Desire, which is like super common like to play at weddings when they're like grandma and grandpa getting seated. You have to be kind of on your game to spot it. It's hidden in there, but I think that you'll hear it. I hope that you enjoy this piece from the high school band. It's called Arrows by San Hazo. filling in on string synth sound in the back there. I forgot during our jazz concert to point out that Ella also learned bass guitar, so this girl's like been all over the place. And it was really embarrassing because like I called out every single person by name in the jazz band rhythm section except Ella. And it was like no slight, it was just because I forgot. But I was like, hey, I've got to make it up to you. Let's give it up for the multi-talented Ella Gustafson. But she barely turned red. I feel like we'll have to do more later. I hope you enjoyed that. It's a ton of fun. I'm really glad we got to perform that. I really enjoyed teaching that piece and working on it with the students. This next piece, called Sirens, is a throwback to Homer's Odyssey. You may remember in Greek mythology, the sirens were like these singing maids, maybe a mermaid, I don't know. But they would lure sailors into, with their beautiful voices, lure them in and then shipwreck their ship and then, I don't know, eat them, or I don't know the whole story, but you know, it was like that stuff. So you're gonna hear this Randall Standridge uses some common sailor themes in this. It's kind of a little bit of a dark story, but you're definitely going to hear the tale of the Sirens, a pirate adventure. greatest gifts a teacher will receive from their students is constantly being humbled by whenever they make fun of you for anything that's embarrassing. They're going to let you know. In fact, Ray would be like, hey, something like, your outfit doesn't match. You'd be like, I mean, at least I'm wearing all the right pieces. You know what I mean? Sorry. Well, next, we're going to take a moment just to recognize some of the achievements that this band, oh, I got to move away from these guys. The achievements of this band. And also, let me brag on them for a little bit. The next piece, well, we'll get to that in a minute. First, I want to recognize students that have earned a letter in band this year. We're going to recognize all the seniors at the end before our final piece. But I did want to take a moment to recognize these students that have earned a letter or high honors in band. To earn a letter in band, we accumulate points for the number of activities that students are involved in. And it's much different than, say, a varsity basketball team. A lot of times an athletic sport will just have like the number of quarters that you play in. If you reach so many, you receive a letter. If you score so many points or contribute somehow in the varsity team, you receive a letter. Well, we don't have points necessarily like that, but we do have a ton of activities. And so these students are probably students that have been involved in honor bands, attending concessions, working in the concessions, playing in all the pep bands. Some of them maybe are involved in music outside of school, and every kind of performance opportunity a student can take in does in fact make them a better performer. So these are the students that have earned a first year letter. And they're going to stand up. I'm going to read through all of the first year letters, and then we'll have a round of applause for these first year letter winners. Hans Freund Royce, Merritt Pasker, Matthew Muller, Nolan Judas, Sean Breitbach. Standing up, guys. If you said your name, stand up. Maybe you can do that part. Ken Alcantara, Oliver Teet, Teddy DeRene, Jameson Johnson, Jacob Wagner, Cale Dollinger. These are our first year letter winners. I meant Cat Alcantara. I said mix up the Alcantaras. Caden, not you, it's Cat. It's Cat, not Caden. Cat is different Alcantara. I'm sorry. Cat too, good job. All right, one cat. These are our second year letter winners, so you can stand up. It's like after they clap, and then you guys sit down. So, yeah. Second year letter winners: Ellery Stanley, Emily Tyler, Ethan Pagel, Maddox Valverde, Cade Potbom, Cy Walton, Isaac Freund Royce, Peyton Van Clark, Taylor Wilson, Kenny Beaumont, and Ella Gustafson. And finally, these are, of course, if we're recognizing these are juniors, 3-year letter winners. They've earned a letter in each year of band so far. Our 3-year letter winners are Cadence Jock, Max Pavlik, Emily Muller, Holland Depke, and Samantha Tho. Now, in addition to that, some students go over the top crazy. Like if there's a band event, they're at it. They excel in every area. They volunteer. They play in groups like every week outside of band. And by doing that, a student can earn high honor. It's kind of like a double letter. And we have a few students that are first year high honor winners. They are Ella Gustafson, Jake Wagner, and Cale Dollinger. The second year high honor recipients are Cadence Jock and Max Pavlik. And we have a few third-year high honor winners, meaning that they have received high honors each year that they have been in high school so far. It is Emily Mullert, Holland Depke, and Samantha Tho. is the percussionist in the back who's already standing. Should have Izzy point at her because you're like, I keep hearing her name, but nobody stands up. And also, she's kind of short, so she might have to like, should have like tiptoe or something, or everybody else bow, you know, like get down around her. The next piece we're going to play is from our large group set. It's one of the pieces that the band played at Osage, Iowa, where we participated in the IHSMA State Large Group Music Festival. The band performs for a panel of judges, in addition to whatever audience is there. But the judges are all band directors. They are accredited, licensed judges. So they go through the performance kind of with a different light. It's not really just like, did you like the song? But they are looking at the scores. They have all the music. They're looking over everything to be like, are the kids doing exactly what's written on the page? Are they doing it with artistry? And I'm very proud to say that the students all received from each judge the highest rating, all Division I's, which is great. But in addition to that, it's no small feat, and many years have gone by where I've had bands that just don't earn Division I's. We get Division II, which is it's fine, it's okay, but it's not like the highest possible rating. And one thing that I wanted to point out that the senior class brought to my attention is they have, in their high school careers, never received a Division II at any state festival. It has always been the top superior ratings at marching band, jazz band, and at large group. And I think that deserves a round of applause. So it puts pressure on the juniors, junior, sophomore, and freshman class, because if we seniors graduate, they're going to be like, see, it was us if we don't maintain, if we don't keep getting ones. They're going to be like, oh, I guess we knew who the lucky charm was. So we're going to play a piece for you from that set. It's called Flight of Valor. It was commissioned by James Swearingen shortly after the terrorist attack of September 11th, and this is dedicated to the passengers on United Flight 93. If you're not familiar with it, the passengers had heard what was going on, took over or fought back in the plane, crashed into the wilderness, and instead of letting it go. So it's kind of like, this is a musical piece, kind of in tribute to that sacrifice. It's based on the hymn song that you may know, It Is Well With My Soul. Hope you enjoy this song, Flight of Valor. One thing I've recently discovered is the joy of having more hair. Not having it, it like stops all the sweat from running in your eyes. So the kids are like, you're totally crying right now. It's like, well, I mean, like there's so much sweat in my eyes. It's totally. So it doesn't matter. Like, it's kidding the excuse. Is it real tears? Is it that or not? I don't know. But they're like, Cooper, it's like running down your face. Yeah, like I'm fully aware of that. It's so hot on stage right now. At this point in time, before we play our final piece, I'd like to take a minute to just recognize the seniors. And it's always difficult to say goodbye to a senior class because I see them when they're very little. The first time we meet is usually in 4th grade when I'm convincing them to do band. Like I'm telling them all the lies. Oh my gosh, it's so much fun. We love it. It's not even that hard. It's great. There's nothing bad about it ever. No, that's not a spit valve. It's not. Spit doesn't run out of that. No, it's like a Kool-Aid. Like sometimes you feel you using a Kool-Aid and it's not that hard. All the gross lies that I tell them to do band from way back in 4th grade until now. They stick with it through all the lies, through all the hard, through all the tears, through all the times that they're like, please, Mom, Dad, let me quit. It's so hot. Marching band is so hot. Or whatever it is. I'm sure you've heard it and there's more. But it means a lot to me that these students would stick with it for so long, that we would be together for this long. I don't know if you realize this. After I say it, maybe you'd be like, what have we done? But I'm probably an adult that has been in your child's life longer than any non-family member. Maybe if you have like a clergy or something that's been with you for that long, like a priest or a rabbi that baptized them. But that's it. Every other teacher, they like, hey, got to know them for a year or two, and then bye. Coach, a couple years, and then gone. But we've been together for 7 years. So I say that kind of joking, but it is actually an incredible honor to watch these students turn into wonderful, wonderful adults. So what I'd like to do right now is recognize each senior one at a time. We're going to have to take forever, okay? But I've asked them to share a little bit about their future plans and a favorite memory from band. Some of these are not real future plans. I want you to know that, parents. Some of these are not real. I gave them no direction, but here we go, without further ado. The first senior I'd like to recognize tonight is, in the French horn section, Miss Alexis Milder. Alexis is earning a letterman in band. Her future plans include to become mysteriously wealthy and also refuse to explain why. Her favorite memory from band was walking off the field after the last marching band competition. Alexis Milder. Our next senior is in the clarinet section, Anna Arns. Anna is earning a second-year letter in band. Anna's plans are to attend Hawkeye College, major in nursing, and her favorite memory from band is all of my unrelated jokes that I say during class. Anna Arns. I do think they're related somehow. You know, it's not like I'm just like, oh, I heard this joke, I gotta tell you. Like, usually it has something to do. It might be a stretch, though. The next senior is playing this year euphonium, moved from the trombone section, Mr. Caden Alcantara. He's earning a second-year letter in band. His future plans are to go to UNI for finance, or maybe live under a bridge with Dylan Folin. His favorite memory from band was marching band. Caden Alcantara. Next, right behind me in the saxophone section, earning a 4th-year letter a second-year high honor and drum major been Mr. Eric Law. Eric's future plans are to find the cure to the hantavirus, and his favorite memory was when he was forced to stand in a corner during band for a month straight. I gave him a chair. He had a chair, okay? But this I taking out of context, like he was chatting the whole time. And I was like, you have a new seat in the back in the corner. Out of context. Eric Law, everybody. Next in the trumpet section, Mr. Ethan Doty. Ethan Doty is earning a second-year letter in band. His future plans include attending Iowa State to study electrical engineering. And his favorite memory from band was his time at Disney with his new Disney family. Ethan Doty. It was really funny to debrief with Ethan. Ethan was in my chaperone group, and afterwards he was like, I'm leading like this group of 17. They call me their dad. Do you know how frustrating it is when you finish a ride and like some of the group wants to go to eat, and some of the group has to go potty, and some of the group wants to ride another ride, and I'm here trying to like, look, what am I supposed to do? Jeez. I was like, that's it. That's being a dad right there. Yeah, so it was good practice. Next up, in the percussion section, Miss Izzy Mathias. Izzy is earning a 4-year letter, 4-year color guard, 3rd-year high honor, and 1st-year color guard captain. Her future plans are to become a professional manatee rider. Sounds fun. And her favorite memory from band was talking every day, I assume with the percussion section, about all the ways that Holland would beat them in a fight with Jameson, Joe, and Lawrence. I'm pretty sure Holland would beat me in a fight. So. Next, also in the percussion section, Joe Ravenhorse. Joe's earning his 2nd-year letter in band. His future plans are to travel down to Mexico to study world-class rodeo clown institution, come back to Iowa, fake his death in a rodeo accident, and then live in Argentina. His favorite memory from band, this is out of context. I just want you to know this is out of context. There's a story here. When Mr. Cooper told Cannon Beaumont to hold his breath until the lights grew dim, and he did. Taken out of context. Well, I mean, I did say that, and he did, but there's more. Joe Ravenhorse, everybody. Our next senior is Mr. Josiah Swales. Josiah is earning a 4th-year letter and high honor. Josiah's future plans are to attend business, UNI, to study business analytics. And his favorite memory from band was Disney. Next, in the saxophone section, Mason McBride. Mason is earning a 4th-year letter. His future plans include being homeless. His favorite memory from band was when Max was kicked out of marching band and had to do like the long walk of shame back in from the field back to inside. Mason McBride. Next, back in the baritone section, Miss McKenna Broadhead. McKenna is earning a letter and high honor this year. McKenna's future plans are to be professional, no parachute skydiver. That's a short-lived career. And her favorite memory from band was bullying freshmen. I'm really sorry, freshmen. I don't know. Was it just that or all of them? Okay. Sorry. McKenna Broadhead. Next, again in the saxophone section, Mimi Ellenthorpe. Mimi is earning a 4th-year letter. Her future plans to attend the University of Iowa for biomedical engineering, then go into medical school. Her favorite memory from band was any bus ride with the jazz band, it was always interesting to be present for. Mimi Ellithorpe. You're gonna have to pass it. On the tuba, we have Miles Defice. Miles is earning a third year letter, a high honor, and a first year drum major pin. Miles' future plans are to live in his parents' basement and play Fortnite. Sorry, Kyle and Holly. His favorite memory from band was having tickle fights every day in class. That's not real. That's not real. Like, if it is, they're really quiet about tickling each other in class. Oh, there's one other here somewhere. Hold it up. Oh, hey, thanks. It's possible I dropped more than one, too. Yeah, maybe I'll let John take the mic and just go. That's famous last words. Okay, so not last is Nathan Keller. Nathan is earning a 4th year bar and 2nd year high honor. His future plans include cloning Brad Pitt. And his favorite memory from band was getting hit in the face by a snowball from me. It was great. I think I was actually inside the band room, like I brought snow into the band room and the snowball. But to be fair, here's what happened. He was standing on a chair. When I threw the snowball, he jumped off the chair, and the snowball was mid-flight, so it would have probably missed him, and he actually moved into the snowball. So he jumped into the snowball. Nathan Keller. I have John's right here. Fell on the ground, I picked it up and crumpled it up. John Smeltzer in the trumpet section. John is earning a 3rd year letter. And John's future plans include owning a cruise line and transporting questionable packages. His favorite memory from band was Disney, or when Cannon held his breath until the lights grew dim. Now, when I say that it's really a privilege and an honor to teach your students, I 100% mean it. I'm not going to tell you that it's always all like fun and games and tickle fights. That's not. Sometimes it's really hard. And sometimes, like when you see each other every day, year after year, day after day, for a really long time, we just go through some stuff together, all right? And that, they're up to something, I'm sure. And that is one of the things that makes this so incredible, makes teaching so incredible, is to have students that you have actually done life through. You get to know the families. Thank you so much for being here and for being a part of my life and my family's life, for letting me be a part of your family and your life. It's incredibly rewarding and a wonderful thing about being a teacher. It's like the most wonderful thing. Before I let Izzy take this microphone, I have to tell you, one of the things that the chaperones that attended our last trip that Izzy talked about, we sent out a survey, we're like, what was the best thing about it? And almost every single chaperone had the same best thing. And I know you're thinking it was like meeting Mickey Mouse. No, that was not it. It was getting to know the students. Getting to know the students. And so many nights we would have a chaperone meeting, and a chaperone would say these exact words: "Oh my gosh, I love those kids." 2 different kids. It was not the same kids. It wasn't the same 3 that everybody loved. It was whatever chaperone they, "Oh my gosh, I love those kids." Over and over and over again. And they'd be like, "Oh, I cannot believe I got to hang out with this kid. They're so funny." Or, "I spent time with these kids. They're so awesome. I love these kids." Over and over and over again. And Mr. Baird, Mrs. Hobbs, and I have got to say that is why teaching is the most incredible thing that there is. Because it is so rewarding to get to know your students. Parents, I know there's hard times, there's ups and downs, but you're doing such a great job. And these are such wonderful people. Thanks so much for making awesome humans, and thanks for letting me and Mr. Baird and Mrs. Hobbs be a part of that journey. It is so incredibly rewarding. Izzy's going to say something. Get it.
Okay, so for those of you that don't know, there's become a sort of unspoken tradition that every year the seniors give something to Mr. Cooper that tries to encapsulate all the gratitude, memories, laughter, hard work, and countless hours we've spent together. But here's the thing. Every year, the gifts are heartfelt, useful, they're awesome. But everything we were thinking of had already been done. So this year it was very, very challenging for our class to pick one thing, one singular thing that wraps up the years we spent under Mr. Cooper's leadership. This familiar, friendly, and relatable teacher that only wants what's best for his students and carries himself with a unique joy that not many people possess. We wanted our gift to represent our class, which is very hard because we're a very random group of people that all have a love for band, or really just tolerate it because we get to be around Mr. Cooper. So this gift is our attempt at finding something unique that brings a smile to your faces, just like Mr. Cooper brings one to ours. And Mr. Cooper, on behalf of all the seniors, thank you so much for everything that you've done. So now I'm gonna open this door up, and here comes Joe Ravenhorse and Nathan Keller with our 2026. Keller is riding a mini Cooper.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, what a joy it is to get to teach your students. Thank you so much to close out just a wonderful, beautiful, challenging, and rewarding school year with this group that will never ever be the same again. It's a great way to end this, that we're going to students choose joy. Thank you so much for being here. Have a great night. Thank you so much.
Mr. Cooper, you've done an excellent job.
Nice job, Gavin.